welcome to another edition of the Headline. I am your host, Larry H. Gardner. The H stands for how cold is it? It is very cold in the city of Cleveland. 15 degrees. We in the teens with the wind chill factor being 10, so it feel like it's 5. Or it's just cold. It's just cold on WNRV, WNRV108.1.com. Nerve DJs. Well, we getting on your nerves, and I know this weather's getting on your nerves, just like Marlon Wayans is getting on Boosie nerves with their little beef going on. So, before I get into it, I got a guest here today. She is here, and I thank her for coming out in this cold. Thank you very much, the influencer that I care about so much. So please, without further ado, plus the human T-Rex is here on the ones and twos. Thank you very much for joining me on this evening. So, without further ado, T-Rex, could you play the entrance music for me, please? Play it. Thank you. I am funny. I'm funnier than Kevin Hart that was on an All-Star game, for real. I ain't playing with that. All right.
I feel like I got superpower.
Free your mind.
Yes. We about to free your mind right about now. Shout out to In Vogue for performing at the All-Star game on Sunday. I had to play this one, especially for my girl right here. Please welcome Miss Maya.
What up, everyone?
How are you?
I'm doing great. Saying hello. How are you?
I'm fine. I ain't get laid off from nowhere. That's why I'm like, dang shit, especially on the government job.
Look at God. Won't he do it?
Won't he do it? Amen to that. So, got some stuff going on, but I wanted to bring up a topic that was very dear to my heart. This is still Black History Month, the last part of it. Absolutely. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody that celebrated. President's Day, I didn't celebrate that. I ain't care for it because of the current situation we got on now. But what did you do for Valentine's Day, Maya?
I just chill. I cuddled with my dog. I guess that's what you do when you're single.
Okay.
You just chill, meditate, and thank God for another day.
So before I get into this to-dos, before I say anything, I know that I missed a couple of, I know it was rocking Monday night if you was watching with the, the mix over here on WNRV. Of course, happy birthday goes out to the granddaddy, godfather, grand wizard, DJ Johnny O, who helps run this place at this particular time. I gotta give a black fist
Happy
up.
Happy birthday, Johnny O.
2 black fist up for DJ Johnny O. He is not here, but I wished him a birthday. I would have been there at the party if you was here. But the thing about it is, like, I couldn't be here because my mom is still sick. Anita France, well wishes to her. She's recovering nicely, so she will be back, hopefully in no time. So whoever donated to her retirement GoFundMe. It is still on my Facebook page, Larry H. Gardner. Thank you. It is now up. So, so once she gets out of there, hopefully after the medical bills don't strip my mama and myself and my sister, Sharisa Turbin, and the family, that she can enjoy her retirement.
Absolutely.
But that's neither here nor there.
Prayers.
So I got to bring up this topic. You're a mom. Mm-hmm. I'm a dad.
Okay.
So the thing about it is, I hate to say this, it's like I'm gonna get to the Elon Musk protests downtown and everywhere, buying out the presidency of Donald Trump. But before I get into that, we have a situation in Detroit. Now, there was homeless children in a van. The mom, her name is Tatiana Williams. Now, she called the city of Detroit in November. She called everybody out of state to get help because her mom, and a couple of people were homeless. And unfortunately, due to this cold weather, because it's not just affecting here in Ohio, it's, East Coast, Midwest, that her 2-year-old and her 9-year-old died of hypothermia. It means they pretty much froze to death because they were living in a van. She, was, warming up the van and stuff like that. So as a mom, how do you feel about the system failing this poor girl?
It breaks my heart. I'm a mom. I can't imagine, and then I can't imagine being, placed in her shoes, because it's not easy. But once again, I'm just always for the village. At the end of the day, we just got to get to a point in our life where it shouldn't matter what people got, what people do. What can you do? You know what I'm saying? I wish I was there. I would have gave her come to my house. We just pile up. It breaks my heart, because how many more people have to suffer for us to see each other like God sees us? How many? What will it take? That's what I'm wondering. I know where she's at in life, because that's where I was at in life at one point in time. So I'm well aware, in 2020, like I tell people, I was at my rough stage. God has his way of bringing you down, and it's not for us to criticize one another. It's there for us to help each other. So like I tell people, just as much as she has to help herself, God is trying to see what you're capable of too, especially when you're aware of the problem.
Right, exactly.
So we just got to do better as human beings, for real.
We got to be human beings, first of all.
Yeah.
I always believe,
absolutely.
The human factor. And listen, they interviewed the dad of the two children, and he was like, well, she didn't, she just said, come get the kids. Negro, come get the kids. As a dad, listen, as much as whatever happened between me and my son's mother, if she said that she was homeless, if she said that she was this, if she said she needed to come back and stay with me for a little bit, something wrong with my son, I ain't no hesitation at all that I would say, you know what, I'm just going to do what I got to do. I'm going to let her stay in my apartment, let them stay in my apartment, because the simple fact of the matter is nobody should be out in this cold. It snowed everywhere. It snowed in Georgia. It snowed in Alabama. So the thing about it is, like, you want me to send you some money. I remember a time where I was broke, and she got into a car accident. And the thing about it is like I sent money, to make sure that they can get back and forth, because it was November. So the thing about it is like, I'm not saying it's a brag. I'm just saying this is like, as a parent, if you're co-parenting, period, point blank, do something for your child. Don't make no excuses.
Yeah.
As a man, if you got somewhere warm where they can lay their head, or I don't care about your new broad. I don't care about it. You don't have kids with this woman. If you got children out here, you got multiple children out here. If somebody said, hey, come get your children, don't ask no questions. I'm going to get my babies. I'm going to put them where they're going to be at.
Absolutely.
And if your significant other has a problem with that, that's not your significant other. That means that you should be single on Valentine's Day or something like that, because they don't care about, because that's part of your DNA. Yeah. That's part of your DNA. If you don't care about part of your DNA, if they don't care about part of your DNA, they don't care about you, period.
Yeah, I mean, it's too many emotions in it and not enough intelligence. You know what I'm saying? So that's something he gonna have to live with. One thing, like I tell people, we can sit here and make mistakes. We can sit here and do this, go to jail. But one thing about people don't realize is that conscious jail that God gives you. That's the one you can't run from. That right. It doesn't matter if you're free and locked up. It doesn't matter. So once people start seeing themselves, which means see everybody as if it could possibly be you, then, hey, this is going to be the repercussions of ignorance.
Exactly. Very much so. Now, we're going to start with this. Everybody's been protesting Elon Musk. Mm-hmm. The thing about it is like Elon Musk has been, he's been, he was in the Oval Office with President Trump. Some people say that Elon Musk has bought, the presidency, mm-hmm. Pretty much. I'm like, that's neither here nor there. If you had enough money to buy a president, would you? That's the main thing. I mean, he was, thing with PayPal. He is funding or help run the Dodge government, and that's Dodge, meaning that it's the Department of Government Efficiency. So pretty much they're cutting spending They're holding up stuff for grants and small businesses, all this stuff like that. Social Security not hiring anybody, and if you were in a government job for 30 days, they're letting you go despite, if you have any type of great marks, they're still letting you go. So, and of course, DOGE, Dodge, is pretty much is partially responsible for the DEI hires getting X'd out. That is the diversity DEI. I knew this. Diversity of equality and inclusion.
Yes.
So the DEI hires are pretty much, and a lot of companies are eliminating the DEI programs or parts in their company. What do you think about this going on right now?
I mean, do you want to work for somebody that don't like you? Is the money that more important, or is you important? Is your spirits important? And so, like, I tell people, like, we got to stop expecting. I don't care if anybody likes me. I don't care if you don't have to like me. You're not put on this earth to like me. You are put on this earth to respect me, though.
Right.
So at the end of the day, he's making decisions off of what this man got more money than anybody. And in order to be a great business person, you got to make tough decisions. Like, everybody's talking this political game of, oh, he has this much experience, but the world ain't been awesome with all this experience in office. Like, this stuff, this life we have, America is a corporation. It's a business.
So, meaning cutting out the Department of Education? Just
I'm gonna be
asking
honest.
that.
I'm gonna be honest. I would rather be able to pick what my kids study versus them telling them. They don't come to the schools to see exactly what they're teaching, and they know what they're teaching them. They know they're not going to teach them the real black history. They're not going to teach them what really matters. With all these storms, fires, they're not teaching them hands-on things, how to be a plumber, how to be a carpenter, how to build the world in case the world shuts down. Mike, I told people, I posted on my social media the other day, I said, everybody can be mad at Trump, but it's two options you can be in this world. America has invented consumers. Trump is forcing you to be a producer. So the question is, what you gonna produce? Like you producing this show to bring awareness. You keep pushing that. If that's your purpose. Nobody knows their purpose. That's why everybody's mad at Trump. Everything is Trump's fault. Everything is Biden's fault.
I mean, the thing about it is
everybody
thinks that Elon Musk is pretty much running the country and Trump's just a puppet.
If Elon Musk is running the country, he still ain't came to Cleveland, Ohio. Them is just words. Those are just papers. If the chains is on you that tough that you can't maneuver like a decent human being and makes great decisions for yourself, and you really need these people to govern you, then go be the slave that Harriet said she couldn't save. Think about that. They've never came to my house. They never asked me what I needed. They never, like the lady, they never went and paid her rent. They never turned their heat on. They never did none of that. But the people around you could have handled that. So if everybody around gather like we used to, what we gonna do? We gonna wait for them? Yes, man. I ain't waiting on nobody. And I'm gonna keep telling people that. Don't wait on nobody. Because even if you die tomorrow, they not coming to your funeral. So the ones that matter, that you could pick up the phone and call, them are the ones you need to get together and sit there and say, hey, this is my idea. This is what I got. Or the ones who don't, like I tell people, the ones who got the money right now, because that was their era, has passed. Now it's time for the ones who got the new ideas to come with the ones who got the money, so we can form our own schools for our children, our own communication for our culture, our own look outside of their look. Because right now we putting the mask on. Mask is back on. You thought it was just COVID.
I mean, the thing about it is, like, what I'm afraid of is that, healthcare, a lot of people, healthcare is expensive. And, since my mother is in the healthcare system now because of the illness that she has, I just don't want them to come in and take away the antibiotics and the stuff that's helping my mom, because Medicare, Medicaid, everything else, and all the other health benefits have been cut off.
But think about it like this, Larry, though. But my mom was in the healthcare system for years, and then I worked in the healthcare system. If you becoming a doctor or a nurse is your purpose, that means you'll do it paid or not paid. You see what I'm saying? You would do this because you see yourself. That means any doctor that walk in, Dr. Smith walk in to see your mom, he's supposed to see himself in that bed. He's supposed to talk to her as he see himself. And then, like I tell everyone, we're in a culture where it's time to do holistic living. Unfortunately, this is that time. This is that time where you're supposed to be fasting. This is that time where you're supposed to be eating right, growing your own fruit, your vegetables. The medicine, I get it. My mom was there. Like I tell people, but guess what? That industry was built to not cure. So majority of the health conditions that we face.
You mean the medical? You mean
yeah.
People that make antibiotics and the pills and stuff like that?
Because you got to remember, every illness starts in the mind. So a lot of the conditions that we have come from us not meditating. It comes from us not taking time out for ourselves and resting, because we got to work the 9 to 5. And like I tell people, we have to stop leading and teaching our kids through fear and teach them through faith. Because the part is we don't know what the unknown is. So we scared to jump. But you got to remember, what might work for you might not work for the next man. So antibiotics might work for you, but it might kill the next one. You might could take penicillin, but the other one can't. So you got to get to know and get in tune with you.
All I know is that some of these medications and stuff like that, are very expensive. And I know that, I am trying my best to trust the healthcare system because I need for my mother to be healed. But it's very hard for me because I know that, as soon as the treatment started, when she went into the hospital, as soon as this long-term treatment started, the bills are going to pile up. And the thing about it is
don't care about the bill. My mom died in debt with bills. I don't care what the bills look like. I remember when my mother first had her stroke. It was a doctor named Dr. Fike. Then I eventually after I graduated high school, I ended up working for him. I told him, I was like, I'm going to work here one day. One day, she went in there, she had Medicaid, and they didn't accept Medicaid at the family health centers. So guess what he did? He said, I don't know what y'all about to do, but I'm about to take her back here and help her. He set the tone. Don't worry about the bills, because honestly, they can pay for themselves. Don't worry about it, as long as she's getting the help. You know what I'm saying?
She's getting the help.
Yep, as long as she's getting the help. That's the key.
So what about like I said, the DEI hires and other hires, the government spending, and a lot of people there was protests on President's Day, downtown Cleveland, on Mayfield, in Columbus, against Elon Musk, and saying that he's buying the presidency, the money that they're cutting, which the Supreme Court has stopped Trump from freezing assets. Now Elon is saying that we need to go after the Supreme Court, have them impeached, even though the Supreme Court, they're on there for life. So what do you think about what's going on with Musk?
My only thing is what he's saying, is it making sense? Just because he made Tesla, that means to me, when I think of somebody, okay, he created Tesla. At one point in time, there was no Tesla. You know what type of mindset you got to have that? To know. And my thing is this. If he's a rich man, one of the richest men in America, he knows something.
Well, he knows something also.
Because y'all protesting and he over here working.
Well, pretty much. But here's the thing, though. He's stealing. Like, a lot of people are saying that the money that he's got from the United States government is from the stuff that was frozen. I think he's got like $38.5 million from the United States government ever since Trump took office. So I don't know. I think
it's a possibility. Like I say, but once again, whether he in there now.
The thing about it is like this is abrupt greed, and I don't want this man to be looking at my income taxes and stuff like that. It's bad enough that he had PayPal, he has information from that, which somebody pointed out. But the thing about it is that he's an evil troll, and I don't want this evil troll looking at my refunds.
They
and all that.
evil. That's the part. They all are. The ones he kicking out is, the ones before him is, the ones before him is, the ones before them is, the ones before them is, the ones before is them is, and them ones that our ancestors was running from is too. Like, ain't nothing gonna change. Once again, like I tell us as a culture, you either stand for something, or you gonna every 4 years you're gonna keep falling for anything. Gotta stand for something. Like, I put a message out there to Donald Trump as a black woman. When I found out that the Statue of Liberty literally represents a black woman, it was originally made for a black woman, and you still got chains on her ankles. Come on, it's silent chains. That's all that is.
Well,
that don't mean anything. The paperwork, the laws, because if you not gonna follow them, it don't mean nothing. They tell you don't kill, and everybody kills. Like, it's sad. And until you change who you are, that's how you'll make America great again.
Right. Well, the thing about it is supporters of this effort saying they're trying to range in the government spending of $36 trillion, but because of the tariffs, it's going to go up before it goes down, before we see a decrease. And by the way, eggs at Family Dollar, somebody told me that they spent like $7 on eggs at Family Dollar. Like, you don't spend $7 on eggs. Like, I gotta put eggs in. Like, I know it's the bird flu. I know it's the chickens and everything.
In New York, they selling Lucy's.
Right, they sell
Lucy eggs.
Lucy eggs for $1. Like they sell cigarettes.
Oh,
that is nuts.
yeah.
See, I saw that too. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on.
I'm about to go get me a chicken. Or a hen. What is it, a chicken or a hen?
Chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And down south, everybody keeps saying they got a lot of chickens, so they don't understand what's going on with the eggs.
I know a lady right there in Cleveland who got her own chickens, and she sell her eggs. Yes, she do.
But but if you really been thinking about it, eggs really been getting over. Like, we've been getting over on eggs, because when we was young, eggs was like $1.50.
Right.
Just think about it. So it's like, just think we were getting them for $1.50 for about 40 years.
But my thing is, what has changed?
The price.
No, I'm saying, like, the price has changed, but what in the chicken has changed to make the price go up?
Oh, it's bird flu. So less chickens.
A bird flu, so it's less chickens, so less manufacturing.
Oh.
So I got a story. I'm like, my sister's probably listening. Shout out to my sister Sharisa Turby. I want to tell y'all this story. So the thing about it is, like, in order for them to not to have the price of eggs, like to buy them, and get them straight from the chicken, they had a woman who had a chicken. They knew a woman, her and her husband, in Las Vegas, knew a woman who had a chicken. And they would get
a chicken.
Chicken. So they was getting the eggs from her because of the chicken. Now, the thing about it is, the chickens, you had a couple of chickens. What happened was that them damn coyotes in the mountain found them chickens and killed them and ate them chickens. So she was traumatized, like damn coyotes. Fuck. Screw Wally.
I think I'm about to stop eating eggs.
I think so. I'm done with dairy, and I'm about to get done with meat.
I can dig it, but I'm cool on eggs now because they think it's a game. They ain't about to play me.
Right.
Last time it was like everything was high except the thigh. So it's like they playing games. And
that's what I'm saying. When we gonna stop playing them with them?
Yeah, they playing. You're right, because they're oppressing us with the food.
Right.
But the thing is, the best way to get them out of business is to just stop.
So pretty much, speaking of stopping, on February 28th, the end of the last day of Black History Month, everybody, a lot of pastors, a lot of African American pastors says, do not buy from anywhere. Like, do not buy anything from anywhere on the 28th. One day. Don't buy from Walmart, Target. Like, this is a call to action. Don't buy anything from anywhere on the 28th. That means Walmart, Target, anything, like any no cars. So if you get your income tax, because it is income tax season,
I'm going to black business.
Like, don't buy anything from a corporation. just buy anything from. Don't buy.
Get off your phone.
I'm not on it. The thing about it is like it's this noise. So don't buy anything. So what do you think about the call to action, Maya?
I like it if everybody's gonna do it, but I just believe it shouldn't be one day. I believe that the call to action should just be a lifestyle for a culture. I'm not a trendsetter. You know what I'm saying? So when people say let's stop doing this, okay, and then what? So if I need tissue, can I come to your house and give you tissue for sugar? Or can I give you a bag of beans for some toilet paper? My thing is, I'm not a trendsetter. So I want to know that after the 28th, can we keep this up? And then can there be a black business that I know of personally that you can actually go online and buy everything you need for your house, just like you do Amazon? So if we can do that and then we stick to that plan, the problem is black folks, we start stuff and then we don't stick to it.
Finish it.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, we can talk. That's how they always know how to be ahead of us. All they're gonna do is put some bait. It's like putting candy in front of a come on, kid. Yeah, and we're gonna keep coming. So yeah, I'm for it. I just hope that on the 28th they pivot and they go to black businesses and they start supporting them and make that a lifestyle.
True. So hopefully, the plan of action is on the 28th. Hopefully everybody can not be consumers, especially African Americans, because we know the power of a dollar would stop some of this stuff from going down. The thing about it is, there's a lot of, by the way, the federal employees that were terminated, up to 10,000 across the country. So there's a lot of people that will be on unemployment. They're looking to file unemployment already, so they're trying to budget. And a lot of these folks voted for him.
Yeah, but they didn't realize that their job wasn't essential. That's the first part. I tell you, Larry, knowledge is power. And when you get in these jobs, the problem is everybody looking to make up from 2020, and I get it. Everybody's running in fear. I'm behind on my bills, my this, my that, da 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 da. I get all of that. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta remember, this is you're in their jobs. These jobs are created. It's not needed. 9 times out of 10, there's somebody at the top who didn't want to do it, so they said make a position. And so there go your position. So then you get a man who, since they messed with him, with his taxes, with his money, with everything else, stopped all. Yeah, he coming in here with revenge. What you thought he was gonna do?
They thought he was gonna lower the price of eggs. That's what they thought.
But you can't lower the price of eggs because you got too many people who working but ain't working. You got too many people getting paid and ain't doing nothing. You got people in Congress like Pelosi and all of them, everybody talking, but y'all get paid all the big. Why is your city homeless? Why is there so many homeless people in your city? And you that rich? And it's all this land. But you got T.I. and his wife, they go and build some homes. So if Trump is really the bad person, what he doing is, if I'm that bad, I'm gonna point the finger at everybody, because y'all pointing the finger at me. There's 3 of them pointing back at y'all. So here I am. I'm gonna point it out. Why? Because I can do that. Because guess what? He ain't gonna get no check. He gonna get all his money from his creations, what he produced, which is his hotels and different things like that. So you gotta remember, he created a lifestyle for him to have this lifestyle he has. All the rest of them got paid off of our backs. The only way Trump get paid is people coming to his establishment. The way they get paid is just sitting at a chair and arguing with each other. Just like they got that one girl, the black girl. They got her just being a pawn for their game.
You mean Jasmine Crockett?
Yeah, she's a pawn. And she don't even know, because she keep talking about her credentials.
I like her. I actually do.
I love her. But the thing is, the truth remains that this system was not built for us. So get out of it. She would be, if she was smart, she would have got with her peoples that she graduated with and created her own government for her own culture. Why you gonna fight this white man game on they soil? You don't know nothing about it. You how old? You think because you went to school? and you served in certain areas, there's still another book you ain't open, sweetheart. Like my grandmother said, I'm gonna pull back. I'm gonna just get with my people and say, this is what we need to form. Like the one dude I seen on my social media, they said, what's your next move? He said, I want to be, he's a black man. He wants to be everything that the government says is what he want to be for culture. I couldn't do nothing but respect it. The question is, who gonna be with him and not think that he delusional? It took a delusional person to make America. Cause right now we finding out, and while we sitting here, that's mental illness.
And greedy as hell.
America, the founding fathers, that's mental illness. That's mental illness. The corporations, that's mental illness. A lot of these things are mental illnesses, and the things that we say is mental illness is a lot of people who woke up, but everybody around them wasn't woke enough, so they just threw them off to the wolves. The smartest man right now is the man who's probably sleeping outside right now. But who gonna go talk to him?
Well, I don't know who gonna talk to him because I know I can't right now because I'm gonna freeze right about now. So
yeah, real talk. So we gotta do better. Now we know better. We gotta do better.
All right, so we blowing the whistle. Speaking of blow the whistle, we got to go to break. It's too short blowing the whistle. When we come back, we're going to talk about the NBA All-Star Game format, and a couple of local people are not running for their city council seats anymore. So we'll be back on the Headline Eye on Nerve DJs, WNRV108.1.com. Nerve DJs, we get on your nerves. We'll be right back.
You know they can't play on my court, can't hang with the big dogs, stay on the porch, blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Where you get that from? Grab a mic, spit one. Let me that Pimp C, 8-Ball, and MJG. Keep spitting that P to the IMP. Bun B, that's Texas, baby. Ballin' G, that's Memphis, baby. Short dog, that's Oakland, baby. Ain't nothing but pimpin' these days, G. My C got locked up, but these real still know they got to give a what you say. Short dog with UGK. Do you really wanna be like me? Spit game like Snoop and TIP. Pretty girls in the VIP, they came with Dre. They don't need ID. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Your mind is gone. This blaze, you've been wide awake for the last 3 days. It goes down for real, don't stop, just keep rolling downhill. Crash and burn, can't stand, fall back. You're doing too much, you can't handle all that. Man, it's been way too long. Time to let the whole world play your songs. Like me, my gets around. Leave the country, come back and hit the town. I'm in Miami, New York, and ATL. Houston and LA, ask Dave Chappelle about my rich. He got it from me and made $50 million. I'm proud of you, D. But I'm crazy, you don't wanna be like me. I come from East Oakland where the youngsters get hypey. Blow it. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Too short. Up all night, baby. Album number 16. Y'all can't.
This is WNRV 108.1.
Hey y'all, this is Catherine Danielle, and I'm checking in with Headline Eye on WNRV 108.1.
This is WNRV 108.1.
That my best friend, she a real bad bitch, got her own money. She don't need no nigga on the dance floor. She had 2-3 drinks, now she twerking. She throw it out and come back in.
That's my best friend, she a real bad bitch, drive her own car. She don't need no lift in a strip club. No, my girl gon' tip, now she twerking. She throw it out and come back in. Beep, beep. Is that my bestie in a tessie? Fresh blowout, skin on town, she ready. Bitch, you look good with a T at the end. I'm a hyper every time, I'm my motherfucking friend. She been down since the jellies and the bobos. Now me stepping out the Jeep, got my nut lows. When we pull up to the scene, they be filled with jealousy. If a bitch get finicky, she gon' bring the energy. I hit a phone with a T like, bitch, guess what? All the rich ass boys wanna fuck on us. All this ass sitting up, you could look, don't touch. And I'm back bustin' bands every time we link up.
That my best friend, she a real bad bitch, got her own money. She don't need no nigga on the dance floor. She had 2, 3 drinks, now she twerking. She throw it out and come back in.
That's my best friend. She a real bad bitch, drive her own car. She don't need no lift in a strip club. No, my girl gon' tip. Now she twerking, she throw it out and come back in.
And my best friend, if you need a free
All right, we are back on the headline eye. WNRV 108.1. Nerd DJ took a short intermission, but we're back. In local politics, Ward 3 City Councilman Kerry McCormick is not seeking re-election this year for November 3rd. He has not resigned, but he will serve out the rest of his term along with Ms. Spencer. There is a newly drawn, there will be two seated, like it will only be 15 wards instead of the 17 traditionally for the city of Cleveland, because 2 wards, because of the population, will be X'd out. We don't know which ones will be, but there will be a newly drawn Ward 7. Also another newly drawn ward. Kerry McCormick, however, was in charge of Ward 3, which is the Cleveland, Westside, Tremont, downtown area. So, Maya, what do you think about wards being cut and Mr. McCormick not running for re-election?
I'm just wondering why, but at the same time, I'm just a person trying to embrace change. So I'm hoping that whoever takes over that side, it's a beautiful area over there. I actually love the Tremont area. So I hope whoever embrace that area and make sure that the area that they cover now in Tremont stays an attraction for Cleveland. We need that area.
Right, exactly. So it's so every single seat in Cleveland City Council, every single council seat is up for re-election. Every single council person is up for re-election, and the mayor's race in the city of Cleveland is also. This is re-election time. So
That's crazy. He was at the city meeting today.
who?
The mayor.
Mayor Justin Bibb.
Yeah, I watch it. Y'all should put TV20 in y'all notifications for your YouTube. They show it live every time they do meetings. It'd be pretty interesting.
So my thing is, who they running up against?
Yeah. What's up, Larry?
I don't.
Good guy.
I'm running for council.
I don't know if they're running Bibb against anything right now. There's no opponents that have
Might be scared.
emerging in this particular race. Listen, I don't listen. The thing about it is like, if I had, like, I can't put a bet on Justin.
If Bashir didn't get in trouble, you think he would have ran again?
Probably. But the thing about it is he probably would have lost too. The thing about it is like,
Then tell them I want to run.
well, you got to put in a
Put your
position.
bid in.
How I put my bid in? We gotta
talk-
figure
we
this
gotta
out.
talk to you off air. You live in Cleveland, right?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the first thing.
Damn, we gotta take a camera off.
Well,
Speaking,
then I'm moving.
right,
All right.
Speaking of mayors, there was a new mayor appointed in the city of East Cleveland, Mayor Lateef Shabazz, who was part of city council because
Wait, he the mayor of Cleveland?
yeah,
That's my homie. That's crazy.
right, Lateef Shabazz.
Amazing.
He is the appointed mayor of Cleveland. He does have to run for election.
Okay.
But right now, he the mayor.
He's the mayor
That's what's up.
because
That's what's up.
Mayor Brandon King has been removed due to the fact that he was for fraud, and Cuyahoga County has prosecuted Mayor King for that. I know that a lot of East Cleveland residents, some of them may be relieved, some of them may be upset. What you think, Maya? You know some people in EC. What you think
East
they think?
Cleveland. Yeah. They ain't playing. See, that's why if I was gonna be in council, I probably would have been Eric Mays. Like, I ain't got time for this.
Exactly. So I think the problem that we have with this whole situation is that everybody knew that corruption was happening with, quote, some people. We also had inappropriate behavior. The thing about it is inappropriate behavior as far as city council, Cleveland City Council, Ward 1 city council person, Joe Jones. You know, people are admonishing him for some inappropriate comments he said to a constituent or somebody. You know, I'm getting more information on that. Hopefully I can have Councilman Jones on here to talk about what happened, what's been going on with that situation, because his seat's also up. Like every person is also up in Cleveland and also East Cleveland. So Shabazz is pretty much, he's the mayor appointed until they find somebody over in East Cleveland and to run against him. I don't know if they will or not.
They just need to find people who work.
That's what's up, though. I mean, like, he want to do well. He want to do well. So, like, I just think he real.
He just need to be backed up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He real down to earth. Like, he really about his
business.
He talked that. I mean, he changed his name to that. So, like, he about that.
Yeah, that means he submitted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He submits to his people. The part is the people got to make sure that they submit to him.
That's what's up.
You know, so.
Hopefully they get rid of them potholes over there. I need for him to do something about that, you know.
Because the thing is, the mayors don't realize, because people don't know, is I've been working with the city of Bratton, and the thing is, the city is a reflection of those who has the say so in that city, and that's the mayor, the council. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta get somebody who in there that cares about their integrity, you know, and want their city to reflect who they are. So if you got a person who in there that cares, yeah, you're gonna see the pothole sealed. Cause I was going down Euclid Ave, and I thought if I fell through that, I wasn't coming out.
There's a couple of people that I know that came from, because the station used to be near past East Cleveland, and there was a couple of people that lost their tires to them potholes, you know, rolling down Euclid. So
and paying people for it. Because you got a camera for a speed, and you need to have a camera for when we hit it.
Exactly. So I gotta before I get into the All-Star Game stuff. There was another report that came across me today. So the civil lawsuit against Sean Jay-Z Carter about the sexual assault has been dismissed by the opposition. And Jay-Z is going after the attorney that filed the lawsuit, Mr. Tony Busby. Now, if you know Tony Busby's name, Tony Busby was also the attorney for those 25 women against Deshaun Watson. Speaking of which, another NFL player has gotten in trouble with masseuses. Baltimore Ravens kicker, Caucasoid, Justin Tucker, also got into trouble with masseuses. So, yeah, so first of all, I'm gonna listen, if we gonna get on Deshaun about, you know, the masseuses being inappropriate, we also can get on Justin Tucker. Why is this being swept under the rug?
He a fan. That's wild.
He a kicker for the Ravens.
He a fan.
But he's a man. He's a fan, he's a man, and he's a human being. And guess what?
Do you think that's a problem?
It's a problem when you ain't been taught boundaries. When you haven't been taught morals, when you haven't been taught principles. That's something that I'm adamant with our young men. That's what I'm teaching my son right now. Let's think about it. If you ain't been, if they saying dad's been out of the households or whatever the case, it's based on who you are. If you have morals and principles, I'm going to try the hardest to teach my son that. But at the same time, by nature, you're a man. So, and you need to learn the discipline. And it doesn't just stop with you at the masseuse. It doesn't stop. It's the same discipline he needed to be a kicker. It's the same discipline he need to have when he went to the masseuse.
So I do understand that. But the thing about it is like, if you're going to, no matter what color they are or what position they play in the NFL, if you are caught for wrongdoing, you need to be exposed for the wrongdoing that you're doing.
Yeah, and we exposing it right now.
Right. So, but a lot of people have not talked about it. I have not seen First Take.
Because it wasn't meant for them.
I didn't see ESPN.
They not.
Fox Sports talk about this.
You want to know why they great?
Why?
Because they ain't going to talk about their own. You know what we'll do? We'll fall right in line and help them. You ain't gonna never see them talk about their own.
Facebook.
You gonna go on Facebook, everybody gonna talk about the black man, gonna talk about the black man, but guess what the white man gonna do? We gonna talk to you behind closed doors.
They got us.
That's right.
So my thing is
Free
this,
app.
once again, I'm a mother raising a young black man. Don't get tricked out your spot. Because guess what? If you ain't ready to be independent, if you're not ready to go downtown and tell them you are private, you're a contractor, then guess what? Don't get tricked out your spot. They never gonna talk about their own. I'm waiting to see when black folks learn that part. They taught us everything else. Learn that part. Learn that part to take your brother to the side and say, you disappointed the culture.
True.
Who gave you these teachings?
Who gave you these teachings? Because I'm the type of person who going to go to the person who gave them if they still alive. But if they not, I'm going to go take that to God so God can tell them to come down here and fix it.
Exactly. Okay.
It's just how this game goes. That's
what's up. So, what about the like the Tony Busby Jay-Z thing? I thought let's get back to Tony Busby's nasty ass. And the thing about it is when Jay-Z quoted saying Busby had a gun to my head. Either he wanted me to testify, he wanted me to give up some money. Now, I don't think there was any money exchange. There was no disclosure dollar amount for the person to dismiss those charges. I think they were false to begin with. And now Jay-Z is suing Tony Busby. Now, if he made some money off those, that settlement that Deshaun Watson had with, Busby's victims, and I know he made some money off of it. So, do you think that Jay-Z should go after Tony Busby?
I don't think he should physically go after him.
I'm talking about suing. I ain't talking. He's suing.
But
Tony
I'm not
Busby.
even gonna sit there and say sue. Just if Jay-Z is smart enough and the type of person that he is in the business, don't say nothing. He gonna crash out on his own. Some things ain't meant to be fought. You could talk about it because that's just you. It's between you and God, and y'all talking about it to try to fix it. But that man know what he was doing. Jay-Z got too much power. And the best way to get a man down is what? Through women, through his business, and learning and not teaching him who he is. But the fact is, Jay-Z knew who he is. I don't care what y'all put out there. I don't care what y'all say. I know what I did. I was there. If I never stepped foot in that room, I'm not going to change who I am. I'm not going to sit here and settle for nothing. I'm going to stand for something, and that's me and the truth.
Okay.
Busby got to deal with that. Now, Busby better know. If it ain't true, Busby got some karma coming his way. But if it's true, Jay-Z, young man.
Right, exactly. I understand. Here's what I understand about it. Jay-Z, because Busby was suing Jay-Z, now the tables have turned. So, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
But if you want to go ahead, I'm all for you.
Jay-Z got the money for the attorneys to do it. If you take that man out of business, I wouldn't be mad. The All-Star game was Sunday, during the Kevin Hart comedy show.
He was in Cleveland?
No, I'm saying the NBA All-Star game. If you watch the NBA All-Star game, Kevin Hart was doing his thing during the breaks. It was like the NBA All-Star champions was the OGs. So they had four. It was 4 teams, first to 40. It was the Young Guns, which included Darius Garland and Evan Mobley. Anthony Edwards, who do not play. And it was the Young Guns versus.
See why LeBron didn't play now.
Yeah, the Internationals, which was Donovan Mitchell was in the other team. The OGs, which had Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Kyrie Irving, and then you had the Rising Stars. Now, Golden State Warriors forward Draymond Green said that this format was bad. It was disgusting. He pretty much said it all. I heard him. He said this is disgusting. We should go back to the regular format or do USA versus the world because we have so much international players. What people were talking about is that a lot of American players after LeBron, Steph, and Curry and Kevin Durant retire. By the way, Stephen Curry won the Most Valuable Player award because he was on the OG squad. They ended up winning. And that was in Golden State. Shout out to E40, Too Short, In Vogue, and the DJ who says pass the mic were the entertainment along with Raphael Sadiq. First of all, there were 3 noticeable absences from the NBA All-Star game. One was Anthony Edwards due to some sort of injury. Another one was Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, who also didn't play. And the last one was LeBron James, who would have been he had a streak of 20 All-Star games that he has played in. Out his career. It would have been his 21st, but he didn't play in this one due to an ankle injury. Now, First of all, I feel like that the format is trash. Here's the reason why. Like, first to 40. Like, you got guys on there going 240, and also the rising stars. It was like it was a tournament on Friday. It was the G Leaguers versus the rookies and people that weren't picked, to be all-stars. And the rookies actually won, so they got up against they got beat by the OGs, even though it was closer than it was supposed to have been. But the OGs ended up playing defense. Now, a lot of people said that, because the All-Star games didn't have any defense. I mean, it was 200 to 300, the final score in each of the last games. There was no effort being shown. What did you think about did you go out and get a chance to watch the All-Star games?
I seen some highlights. They having fun. Them dudes play so much ball. Like, that's what they do. All-Star weekend is supposed to be where you rejuvenate, and it gets you back to your purpose and your why. You know what I'm saying? Like, to see the OGs go, it's because there's some things that gotta still be taught. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, where the rookies, they got a chance to really like, Dad, we gotta really step our game up. Cause guess what? We about to go.
Right.
We done turned to family and we getting old. You know what I'm saying? And we done dedicated our whole existence to this.
Right.
Especially LeBron. LeBron been in there since he been a high schooler.
Right. Exactly.
And his kid, and now his son is playing, and he got a son in college and a daughter playing volleyball. So yeah, at them Steph, all of them. This the time where everybody got to get out their feelings and know now is a time where we supposed to enjoy, have fun, let them do their thing.
T-Rex, did you watch the All-Star game?
Negative.
Okay. So what you think about the All-Star games in the past and to the form?
I mean, back in the day, it was a thing. Like in the '90s, it was like one of the best things ever. Like,
yeah, Vince Carter.
You would watch the practice, like from the practice to the slam dunk live was it back then, man.
You remember when they came to Cleveland?
Oh yeah, '97. I was out there.
Yes, I was out there with my dad.
So when they had it 2 years ago. What was it, 2024?
Yeah.
2022.
2022.
Bring back nostalgic feel, man. I went to some dope parties during that weekend.
Hey, everybody
I got stuck in the snow. I had a lot of fun.
Right. But here's my thing with the All-Star game. You have an extra money incentive for them to play defense or whatever. And the thing about it is like,
or like home court playoff.
Yeah, like
they got to make it.
Yeah, they got to make it interesting. They're like, instead of setting up like that, they're like, whoever wins the All-Star game, they get when they go to the finals, no matter what the record is like the person, the team that won the All-Star game gets home court. So that means that if the Eastern Conference wins the All-Star game, Eastern Conference wins home court despite any record. If the Western Conference wins, just like the Major League Baseball does this. So they do. You can follow suit. Sometimes it's okay to bite off the other leagues.
Luka didn't play either.
Luka wasn't picked to be an All-Star.
But my thing is this too. What's the whole point of them being in the league if we don't want to see them play? Why are we still looking for these same? Maybe it's just me.
You're right about that.
When do you want new faces? Like,
right.
I mean, the dude from the Spurs. He pretty
Wemby. Wemby. He played. He played.
He's from wherever he's from. They try
France.
Global, man.
Folks don't want change. They don't want no change. I would have been out there yelling with the young crew and come on, let's have some fun. I would have made it like a back, like you know how you used to go to the court and back in the day. I would have just let them ball, like Big Three, like Ice Cube be doing with Big Three. Just ball out. Just ball. Have fun.
Right.
Kyrie's talking about 1-on-1 next year.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be raw.
But here's the thing, though. I'm just going to say this. A lot of people criticize, Anthony Edwards sat out, Giannis sat out. But the biggest criticism came from, LeBron wanted to go.
No, because somebody else could have got in there.
Yeah, somebody else could have got in there. Yeah. But the thing about it is, like 2 hours before, it's like somebody else could have did this and stuff like that. I'm not going to criticize LeBron for that. Here's the reason why. Now, everybody's saying it was selfish for him to do it, but you didn't talk about at That's why Anthony Edwards doesn't want to be the face of the league, because the criticism that comes with it. And some people are mad at him, like I see on First Take. We know all who on First Take.
Yeah.
The thing about it is, like, I'm not like, okay, Stephen A. Shannon Sharp, Big Perk, I respect him. But the thing about it is like, sometimes you got to look at it. All the criticism that you would get is like, the game's it has been international for a while now. So the next player that's going to be the face of the league will be international, whether it be Luka or Wemby or Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, who's from Canada. They won't be U.S. born and bred, even though the game started in the United States of America. What I am upset,
because they some dogs over there. America is lazy. All we do is between the coaching staff, the parents, and the players is complain. Everybody pointing fingers. And over there overseas, ain't nobody complaining about nothing. We ain't got no gym. All right, we about to go pick up a log. Oh, we can't do this. Oh, we about to pick up a tire. America don't get it. America, like I say, once again, we don't know what Faith has right now. But I just pray that one of these young men just show up. Somebody that's out the blue, like where he come from.
Hopefully. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to say this. The reason I'm giving LeBron James a pass, and I'm not going to criticize him about it, is because of the simple fact of the matter is the man had 20 years in All-Star. Right. He has broken records. He is the highest getter in points history. And the thing about it is, like, LeBron has no reported altercations or discretions off the court.
I'd be telling these folks, if I was LeBron, I wouldn't even care. If I was LeBron, I'd be like, you do it. Go do what I do and then come back and tell me what I'm supposed to be doing.
Amen to that.
Once you do it and you do it as much as I did, and then you come back, now you tell me what you think I should have did. But until you've been in my shoes, there's nothing to talk about.
I feel you.
I'm a LeBron fan. Sorry.
Listen. I'm a Cavaliers fan. When he was in the Cavaliers, I'm like, yeah, that's things of that nature. He's with the Lakers. It's more like. But the thing about it is, like, when you love the game, once, like, enjoy them now, because once they're gone, they're gone. Like Steph, KD, Bron, those cats. Once they gone, they gone. Just like Kobe, rest in peace. Michael Jordan.
He about to go be a dad. That's the part people don't realize. LeBron head is in, how can I win as many championships on the basketball court that I can as a father? That's where his focus is. You can tell it all in his body language. When people was dogging him about dogging his son, no, I'm here to teach my son. Once upon a time, I had to talk to him through the phone. Now I got him in my presence. Right. If I was LeBron, I would retire, go to be a coach for the G League. So everybody want to talk about your son. So go over there and coach your son. Go play daddy ball like everybody else playing right now.
Exactly.
At least you just taking it on a whole nother level.
By the way, TNT will no longer host the All-Star game because the new contract. No, NBC and Peacock has bought out the NBA, has got the NBA contract. So next year it's going to be on NBC and Peacock. So it's going to be streaming. So there'll be some games on ESPN. So there'll be some games on ESPN, but the ESPN crew will host the All-Star game.
That's awesome.
All right. So, which is pissing Charles Barkley and Shaq off. I like the TNT crew, Shaq, Ernie. But
they need to move them on over to them.
They might do that. They might move Shaq over. I don't know if they move the rest of
everybody.
But
you got to move with everybody because they good together.
Right. And I don't want to listen. I love Kevin Hart, but I don't want to see. It was like 30 to 40 minutes of basketball. The thing was 3 hours. Most of that was just Kevin Hart talking and the music playing and stuff like that. I want to see basketball. I want to watch an NBA All-Star game. I'm not watching All-Star Comedy Jam with bands, all right? Let's just stop that. You can say that for Saturday. By the way, Matt McClung won the dunk contest, so a lot of people, Giannis said he's going to get in the next year along with Ja Morant. Matt, that's the only 3-time winner.
Okay.
So it's like everybody's like he was doing props and stuff like that. Listen, get the stars in it. Zion, get your big ass in it. Ja Morant, everybody else. Get you like Ja Morant, put the gun down, put the ball up, start dunking. All right, let's go. So we have a beef, Maya.
What I do?
Before we go, Marlon Wayans and Little Bootsy. So apparently, Little Bootsy says something about Marlon because Marlon's daughter supports the LGBTQIA. And Little Bootsy, I don't know how this whole thing started. A Little Bootsy, I hate seeing two African American men go at it.
Yes.
But Little Bootsy said Marlon called Marlon a B and a hoe. Pretty much, everything derogatory you can say under the sun. And Marlon was like, he's not studying Little Bootsy and stuff like that. What you think about that?
I'll be feeling the same way. Lil Boosie needs to chill. You got a baby on the way. Your focus shouldn't be on that. You just rekindled, became back cool with your daughter, because you was mad because she was gay, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There's power in the tongue. Like I tell everybody, do what God tell you to do. Don't do what God's supposed to do. Know your lane.
Exactly. So my thing is this. Listen, y'all need to calm down. By the way, speaking of halftime shows, y'all owe the Wayans family and the Living Color. The reason why we get Kendrick and Michael Jackson and Prince and stuff like that was the In Living Color halftime show. I didn't mention this last week. Living Color did a halftime show. Everybody switched over from the Super Bowl halftime show because I think the 49ers was beating the hell out of somebody anyway. So they switched over to the halftime show and watched In Living Color. Now they had to put bands and stuff on the halftime show, and that is due to the Wayans family. That's Keenan, Marlon. They brought us the biggest names in history in entertainment.
Unity.
Jim Carrey, Jamie Foxx, Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo, who was a fly girl dancer.
Yeah.
And Marlon.
They mother and father raised them well. That's a good family.
That's a whole.
So guess what? They the only one. What other family doing it like them?
I said family. We said family, not
but
demons.
But I'm saying, as far as culture go,
right? Culture.
Who's the ideal family that's doing it like them, and that's not gatekeeping, and that's opening up doors for those individuals to express.
The Wayans, T-Rex. The Wayans got talent. All right.
I know, but they opened up talent.
All right, they opened up talent.
What? But
the only thing I was joking with Kim, she made everybody in her family a millionaire.
Yeah.
So.
But
there's 7 of them, so that's all I'm saying.
So you gotta.
I'm sticking with the Wayans. That's what I got.
Of course, we're going with the Wayans. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, that was funny. That was crazy.
Jokes,
yeah, that was crazy. I'm sticking with the Wayans. By the way, there's a new show on NBC with Damon Wayans Sr. and Damon Jr. Check that out too. You got to check out the black people. You got to check out the black people. I love the Wayans family. Keenan started it all, but it didn't like this. All right, before we go, Maya.
Yes.
There's a rumor going around. This is disgusting me.
Okay.
About Barack and Michelle Obama getting a divorce. What you think about that? It's a rumor. Now, they posted together on Instagram together on Happy Valentine's Day. Now, remember I said that, Barack attended the inauguration of Donald Trump and Michelle stepped out by himself without Michelle. She started to extend her vacation. Now, Michelle Obama's mama passed, a couple of months ago. So she's dealing with that. So she was just hanging out, and she didn't intend. Yeah, she grieving.
Yeah,
she lived in the White House.
Yeah, she was watched over the girls. So she grieving. She human. I know exactly where she at. Like, it's not something you can really explain it. You know what I'm saying? It's something you just gotta go through it. So. You got to sing your prayers because at those times of grieving, what we looked at perfect today is not perfect tomorrow. So she's figuring out she's a whole new woman. She's Michelle Obama without her mama.
Exactly.
She was Michelle Obama with her mama. Now she's Michelle Obama. She got to figure out who is Michelle Obama without her mama. So that's a personal journey. And those who lost their mama know. It ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? But I can't tell anybody that I pray that it doesn't happen for a long time from now, but that was my biggest fear, was losing my mom. But then my thing was, because I was only child, who am I? I lost my grandmother in 2018 who raised me, which was my mother's mother. Then I lost my mom in 2020. So 2 of the ladies who raised me, I lost. Right. So you're never going to be that person. But the thing is, that's where God says, I got something bigger for you. So her calling is just bigger than the first lady now. She
Exactly.
just got to figure that out.
The thing about it is, like, the rumors are not true. The rumors have been squashed by the Obamas. They are together. They're not going anywhere. I mean, they've been in the marriage game.
And whoever started that rumor, I hope they ain't married. Because guess what? That's going to be the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You don't put your mouth on something to start a rumor because it destroys a human life. You know what I'm saying? It throws your whole energy and rhythm off. So pray for my peoples.
They like Black Love. They've been standing strong for 32 years, and they ain't ending. Period. They ain't ending.
For the culture.
That's for the culture. So
some
things to think about it is, like, you know, it's some things that we as African American people do to help wreck the culture.
Yeah.
You know, with the false misinformation because we want to please the other side, but that's not cool at all.
Because they not you. What did Kendrick say? They not like us. So why do y'all keep watching them to teach you? They not you. Think about it. They lost has nothing to do with you. They wealth has nothing to do with you. They built it off of you. That's it. They just need you to keep helping them get rich.
I remember when Michelle Obama said, amen to that. Black fist up for that. I remember when Michelle Obama said that the White House was built off the backs of slaves.
It was built off the back of slaves. And when she said, even though she said it to Donald Trump, she should have said it to her husband while he was in office. When they go low, you go higher. You don't go low with them, because then you're them. But we keep going low. So guess what? If everybody keep going low, you might as well dig your grave and lay in there. I ain't ready to go. So I'm going to go higher than them. And I'm going to pray everybody else go higher too.
Amen to that. By the way, I am a finalist for Digital Creator of the Year for the Greater Cleveland Association of Black Journalists Hall of Fame ceremony, which is going to be this Saturday, February 22nd at the Cleveland History Museum on East Boulevard, near Case Western Reserve. I know it's going to be cold, but hopefully I'll win it. So I'm going to be there this Saturday. The ceremony starts at 6:00 p.m. And please, if you are buying tickets, you know, tickets are $85 a piece. Go to the Greater Cleveland Association of Black Journalists website.
Okay.
We do have we are hosting the National Association of Black Journalists convention here in August. So check out everything that's going on with it. If you want to be a journalist, contact me, Larry H. Gardner. Hit me up in Messenger. Put it on my Facebook, Larry Gardner 3131. Send me a DM. If you are an interested journalist or a student journalist or whatever, especially if you want to cover stories, because nobody can tell our stories about us but us. Shout out to my girl Laura Cowan. Shout out to everybody that's listening. Shout out to Maya for coming in this damn cold. What you got to say before we get out of here?
I just want everybody to know, be great, love on each other. Love is the highest frequency that you can ever have in order to heal the world that you're destined to see. Love.
Amen to that. If nobody tells you they love you today, I do.
I love you too, Larry.
We get involved is what we want you to be, and that's what the last song is. This is by Raphael Sadiq, who performed at the All-Star Game, and this is from the PJ soundtrack created by Eddie Murphy. Get involved. If nobody tells you they love you today, peace, love, and hair grease. We out of here. Gardner out. See you next week.
This is WNRV 108.1.
Met this girl walking in the ghetto.